Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. Sorry I'm a little bit late, but Facebook decided to throw me a little curve where you have to push yet another new button to be able to go live. But of course, do they tell you that? No, somehow you're supposed to figure that out yourself. So I'm glad I made it with a little help from a friend. And it is a beautiful day here in San Diego. Did I say who I was yet? This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in San Diego where it's a sunny day, but a nice cool breeze, and it's just quite beautiful here. So glad I could finally make it, and that the Facebook gods decided to lighten up and let me figure this out, like I said, with a little help from a friend. Just making sure I'm actually on. So hi to who's ever watching, and oh gosh, sorry, I'm a little befuddled. Okay, deep breath. Anyway, so have some amazing new Stampin' Up news. Old stuff from last week still going on with some great new online exclusives, a new Christmas kit, and new merchandise, new supply items that are on sale, but a new clearance rack refresh. But the really exciting thing for this month, right, that starts tomorrow, October 3rd, runs through the rest of the month, is a new joining special. Now, I know we've had joining specials, but I've been doing this for 7 years. This is the best joining special I've ever seen. So as most of you know, this is Stampin' Up's 35th birthday year in business, and they are offering 35% off the joining special. So instead of getting $125 worth of product for $99, it's going to be $64.35. And if that isn't enticing enough, you could do that, or you could do 35% more free. So instead of $125 worth of a free product, you get $168.75. That 35% gives you a weird number, I know. So if you love this new catalog, like I love this new catalog and everything about Stampin' Up, this is the time to just say, wow, that's incredible. You also get some catalogs. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you also get free shipping. So that's, another, $15 or so that you're not paying. So this is amazing. And if you just want to do that and never do anything else, that's great. You get a automatic 20% discount on all your Stampin' Up! Supplies that should last through the end of April. If by that time you have spent $300, guess what? You get to keep going for longer. Isn't that fantastic? It's just such a great deal. I'm going to put you down for a second because I want to show you some other things, because I think it'd be better just to show you instead of describe. So this is our 35 for 35, so 35% off or 35% more. You guys don't miss this offer. This is amazing. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is World Card Making Day. Sorry, my printer's not doing great with ink right now. World Card Making Day is October 7th. It's always the first Saturday in October, and Stampin' Up! Is having an online free card making. So if you go on stampinup.com, you can find out even more information about it, but it's free. They are recommending that you have and use these 3 sets that day: circle scenes, earthen textures, heartfelt hexagons. If you don't have those, they actually give you a list of some things that you could use instead. They just want you to sign up for it, so you got to go online, and they will actually give you these card measurements too of what you're going to be using. Now, second cool thing is, if you are a demonstrator, so sign up tomorrow and then you can get all these things. These are some sneak peeks at online exclusives. If you're a demonstrator, I'm going to pull this up a little so you can see more of this. Is that better? Hold on. Hold, please. go. I think that's better. If you're a demonstrator, you can order these things starting tomorrow, I believe it is. If you're a customer, not until October 7th. But look at this paper. Can you see? Oh, wait, here's an even better picture of it. This paper is going to be amazing. Can you see it? It's called Garden Meadow, I think. And it's 6 by 6, and there's these beautiful scenes. And then the stamp set, this is the stamp set and dies that go with it. See this little die here? It's like a window, and so you can frame it around some of these pretty scenes and just all these garden things. And can you see these little gold trinkets? They're birds and dragonflies. They look kind of like the same size as probably those cute little butterflies that we have. Isn't that amazing? This set just looks so cool. And then there's this other one that you can, if you're a demo, you can buy called Fluffiest Friends, and it's a stamp set and matching dies. Like I said, if you're a demo, you can buy these starting tomorrow. Oh, and I guess there's another one coming, but I don't think in the online exclusives. Remember, they released some of them to us early to buy, but look, there's like a can of Coke and stuff, and another one that is some sentiments, and I can't really tell what this other one is sneaking back there. So it looks like October 7th there's going to be some new online exclusives. And then the other thing is, if you're a demonstrator and you sign up for On Stage at Home in November, we can also get this new Be My Valentine. That is going to be a suite that's going to be offered in the January through March or April mini catalog. And it's going to have this bee punch, this bee set, these cute little boxes, this ribbon that kind of, I don't know, it looks like it's about 3/8 inch, these little embellishments. And I did, like I said, let's do it this way. My printer's not so great, but you can see all these little bees and hearts. I think that's flowers. And look at that. That is so pretty. The back sides are really cool too, and the little honey pots. So I think this is going to be a really, really fun set. Like I said, if you're going to be doing On Stage at Home as a demonstrator, you get to order that now. The rest of you in January, or probably I would say in December if you're a demonstrator. So what are we doing today? Look, you guys, this is a brand new Hanukkah set. It's called Celebrate the Miracle. Hey Liza, hi Brenda. And I've been, like I said, I've been a demo for 7 years. We have not had a dedicated Hanukkah stamp that entire time. I'm happy to say I was involved in the remake of this. It came out for like a day, and the Jewish demonstrator said, you guys messed this up big time, and Stampin' Up took responsibility and got us together and said, what did we do wrong? Please help us fix it. And this is what we came up with. There's no dies with it. These stars and the dreidels are very easy to just, hand cut out. We've got Hanukkah written 2 different ways for those of you who like to spell it with an H, or those of us who like to spell it with a CH. We've got 2 different fonts. We've got inside sentiments. It's just such a great set. And even better yet, I'm going to be doing a class with this. So if you are in the area, class is going to be on Sunday, November 5th. And if you're not in the area, I can get it sent to you. So let me know. The class is $45. It includes the stamp set. It also includes half a pack of the I think it's called, Shining Brightly Designer Series paper. That's this one in the blue and gold that hopefully will be back at the end of this month. It includes, 2 yards of the navy and gold ribbon, and it includes 2 yards of this silver and white ribbon. So if you are interested in that, it's quite a deal. It'll be everything you need to make 6 cards. Obviously you'll have to supply the ink, etc. And I'll show you kind of a little bit of some sneak peeks for that. So I'm going to show you first. Oh, this is a 3-part Chanukah. That's what we call a menorah that's specifically for Hanukkah. Why is it specifically for Hanukkah? Because it has 8 candles, and then the one in the middle is designed to light the other ones. So if you're looking at a menorah and it doesn't have, places for 9 candles, then you're not looking at one that's for Hanukkah. So when I first get a set, I tend to go around stamping everything, and I've only had this for 2 days, so I haven't had a time to play with everything. But the first thing I played with was the menorah. And so what I did is I just started stamping it. This is embossed in silver and stamped, again embossed in silver. Then I embossed some in gold, and I embossed it on different pieces of paper, and I changed the candles around with the white candles in silver and in gold. And so I had a lot of fun just stamping. Those will get used for cards. Obviously they're not made into cards, but these are the cards that I did make. So on this one I used heat embossed in white, and then use blending brushes to create this background. Don't know if these are going to be part of the class yet or not. This one probably will be. I hope you guys can see this gold is the adhesive backed online exclusive, comes in silver and gold. I just ordered 2 more packs of it because I just love it so much. What you can't see is before I use this big old piece of it, I actually cut some other things out from there, so waste not, want not. But you can see I'm embossed in gold and then stamped. This is that ribbon that everybody in the class is going to get some of. And then this is the one that we're going to make today. So this is embossed in copper. This is paper from the All About Autumn paper that right now is on back order, but is coming back fairly soon. And this is the, let me get the name right, Oxidized Copper Designer Series paper, the one that comes in this all copper, or it comes in copper and the pretty peacock. So this is the one that we are going to make today. What do you guys think? Is this not gorgeous? All right, so first up, we are going to do some embossing. I have just so much stuff laid out here today to get ready for this. So I'm going to bring in all my embossing stuff. Now, this card that we are doing, I actually did this piece 3 by 3, which made this 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I realized because this paper is all 6 by 6, I could only get 1 cut of this out of a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So today we're going to give it a try, just slightly smaller. Okay, so this is 3 by 2 3/4. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so we got the Versamark. You guys, every time I emboss in a class, it seems like people can't remember how it is that you do this. Now, one thing, I really like how the embossing looks on dark paper, but one thing I found out is then when you have this dark paper, it makes it really difficult to see any other lighter colors, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so first thing is we've got our menorah, our Chanukah. My upline and friend Peggy Noe is trying to convince me to have latkes when we do our stamping here, so we'll see if that actually happens. trying to stamp kind of down near the bottom of this paper. And that did not come out very good for some reason, so let's try that again. Looks like I didn't get a lot of Versamark up where the candles are held, so, or else I just didn't press hard enough. Whichever way it is, we are going to try it again. Much better. Okay, so I have some copper embossing powder in here. This is my little Dollar Tree things that oh, you're going to see the difference here. I forgot to do my embossing buddy on the back. Well, it still seems to be working. When I did this before, it was not working well to not use my embossing buddy for this stamp set, so just make sure you use it. Okay, now I have a brand new Stampin' Up! Heat tool. I'm turning it on a little bit further away from the camera because it is makes a lot of noise. And I saw this somewhere once, and it does seem to work if you put a little heat on the back first, then it doesn't, come on, it doesn't seem to warp the paper quite as much. I don't know about you guys, but I love just the magic of embossing. I just love watching it melt like that. All right. So next up are the candles, and this is what I mean by it was hard to see things on there. So I ended up deciding that we are going to use white embossing powder, white embossing for the candles. So let's do those. When you get this set, because you guys are going to want it, one thing I learned is make sure your candles are kind of almost feel like they're overlapping. Can you see that? The candle holders, or you will get a space in between. And your candles will look like they're floating, and I decided I didn't like floating candles, so there we go. And we'll turn this on again away from you. Shouldn't take quite as much time to heat up this time around. I tried stamping, you know, we have this white, come on. We have this white ink, but I found it didn't really work very well to stamp the candles. And like I said, every other color just did not come out very well. And I'll show you that with the flames. So we're going to use crushed curry for the flames. And honestly, you won't be able to tell it's crushed curry, unfortunately. And I tried multiple different colors, and they all came out kind of looking like this. So if somebody gets this and they figure out a better way, let me know, because for me, on the dark paper, look at, they all come out kind of black. I think you can see the yellow a little bit on the white because I kind of put that one down a little too far down, I think. But kind of looks like somebody blew out all my candles, but that's just the way it is. All right. And then we are going to take our, this is actually very vanilla cardstock, which we hardly ever use, but I'm happy that it does go with some of our paper from this All About Autumn set. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So I'm just folding that in half and using my bone folder. And then the next step is we're actually going to, I don't know if you noticed this on it, it's embossed back here, and I didn't put a separate piece on, so we're actually going to emboss straight onto this. Now, it's a little bit tricky, so let me show you what that is. So I put it in like this. Make sure you don't go all the way to the top, because remember, there's no embossing all the way up there. A lot of people make that mistake. And then you put it in and fold it down, okay? There's no way to put it, you should not put it in like this. I know it's very tempting to do it, but I basically broke an embossing folder going, oh, I think I can do it that way. Trust me, when they tell you don't put it in that way, always put the folded end in, they're right. They're not lying. So we got just our base plate and the gray plate on top. And it's a little stiff because you've got that extra layer of paper folded behind. Whoops. And then more magic. So we've got heat embossing and dry embossing going on today. All right, so next up is the piece of the designer series paper, like I said, from that beautiful All About Autumn that should be coming in the next week or so. It's the piece that has the, I don't know if that's a pillow or a blanket or something on the back. And this piece is 2 inches by 5.5. And you see how, you know, the embossing, can you see that? It doesn't quite go all the way to the edge. Well, we don't care about that because we can just line this up right along that. And then guess what? Nobody's really going to notice that. Pretty cool, huh? And next is that copper, oxidized copper. And this is just a little 1/4 inch piece. Just thought it needed a little more bling, and that's when I was looking to do it, that's when I realized that this was copper in here and not gold, because I was trying to use that pretty new sparkly gold, and it wasn't working because why? This is copper. All right, now I got another piece from that same set. Unfortunately, it means I'm cutting up this gorgeous piece on the other side, but this has very vanilla and a little bit of the copper also. And it is just 1/4 of an inch bigger. So it is 3 1/4 by 3. Now we'll cover up the fact that we boo-booed on this side because nobody's gonna know. Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Let's put some dimensionals. Forgot to do our sentiment. But we need to emboss that also. So let's bring everything back. Let's see, I just kind of made it go everywhere, so give me a sec. All right, so here's our sentiment piece. It is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. Embossing buddy. And then I took, can you see this? The Happy and the Hanukkah are separate. Remember I showed you that they come both kind of cursive as well as not, and with a CH as well as with a with just the H. I'm looking around because I don't know where I stuck. Here it is. My copper embossing powder. All right. looks good. It's really hard to do this, you guys, at an angle because I'm not right on top of it so that you guys can see what's going on. Bring in the embossing powder. I love having it in a separate thing like this because I just plop it on. Some people will actually dunk it in here. I've smushed mine a little bit when I did that, so I'm not dunking anymore. I'm not team dunking. I'm just team have it in a separate container that makes it a little easier to use. And again, just gonna put it under here a little bit. Just waiting for it to heat up. There we go. Let's change sides so I don't burn my hand. And I just like to keep it moving. You can burn, you can actually burn this if you do too much. And I did leave a little bit extra over here, so I am gonna just trim that down. Maybe not so straight. Remember, I'm also not team straight lines. There we go. That'll work. All right, let's put some dimensionals on the back of this also. I think 2's not enough. Let's go for 3. Okay, so we're gonna center that one. I think I'm gonna do that first, actually. Usually I do my main thing first and then put the sentiment on later, but I kind of felt like this was working better for me. Is that not gorgeous? Now let's get some bling. So this is, what are these called? Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequence. And we've got copper, gold, white, and I think that's pecan, but I'm not 100% sure. And what I did was take, there are 2 sizes, so I took a big one. Love my take your pick tool for getting sentiments up. And then one more big one for out here. And that's it. Let's see if we can get something on the inside without messing anything up. You know what you do if you mess it up at this stage? You just cut a piece of paper and go over it. But all right, so I'm getting the sentiment that says sending love and light, and I actually think that was one of the things that I suggested for them to do, because my husband and I will actually do that quite a bit and use that sentiment on things. So it does seem appropriate that for Hanukkah we are sending love and light. And then there's this other one that just is little baby menorah or Hanukkah. And I'm just going to put that down in the corner there. Oh, I think that wasn't the best. I think that was a little bit just too squishy. Or there's another really cool one for like insides on the bottom. This little row of Star Davids would be really, really nice there too. So what do you guys think? Are you in love with this? Hey, Margaret, North Carolina, huh? I just love this set, you guys. I'm going to bring back the other ones that I did. So I've had this set 2 days. I've made 3 cards. I'm just so excited that Stampin' Up! Is doing this for us, and for all you guys who have Jewish friends, you can now actually send them something that's completely appropriate as opposed to just a happy holidays or you know, whatever your Christmas card is. We like much better to get and give our Jewish friends actual happy Hanukkah instead of happy holidays or Merry Christmas. So hopefully you guys will do that and let me know if you want to take part in my class. I can send it to you for $10 more. If you're here in San Diego, please come do this with me and we're going to have lots of fun. So I will see you next week at 1 o'clock Pacific time. If you want more information about the class, go back to the beginning and take a look at that. So thank you. And thank you, Margaret. I really loved making them. I think they're so pretty and there's just so much more you can do with this set. I've kind of just started playing, so I think it's going to be lots of fun. Thanks, guys.